Good afternoon, I'm Angie Casada. Greenville police are offering a reward for information that leads to an arrest in a 2023 homicide. Back on September 9th, officers found 23-year-old DeLegend Satterwade and with a gunshot wound to the face in the front seat of a car. He was treated at ECU Health Medical Center and later died from his injuries on November 4th. Detectives believe Satterwade likely knew who shot him. However, he would not speak with law enforcement before his death. Anyone who knows anything about this crime should contact Greenville Police or pick Greenville Crime Stoppers. An inmate in the Lenoir County Jail is now charged with the death of Stephanie Osowski. Officials say that Kristen Graham is now charged with death by distribution for her possible role. We have been following the story since the incident last Saturday. Preliminary autopsy results show that Osowski died of a possible overdose. Details are still limited as the investigation continues. And in Wallace, a teenager is facing charges after a man was killed last month. Officials say they arrested a 17-year-old last night in connection with the death of Anthony Murray. During the arrest, he escaped from custody but was later found. He's now being held by the Department of Juvenile Justice. The Jacksonville-Onslow Chamber of Commerce hosted their annual Meet the Candidates Forum for community members to get to know who's in the running for the upcoming election. With the primary quickly approaching, voters should be educated on who they're casting their ballot for. The NC House of Representative Republican candidates for District 14 were one group that spoke at today's forum, with George Cleveland up for re-election and newcomer Wyatt Gable.
It was amazing to me today for this race to see the contrast between the experience, we'll say, and the new, and it was very refreshing, I thought, and to find some similarities in their positions that were taken, but also find some new ways of some new takes and some new ways of addressing them. So I always like to see. In these forums, I always am interested in seeing new candidates and new faces, fresh faces, come to the forefront and see what they can do.
Conversations range from the state of the economy and broadband expansion to legalization of marijuana. Well, first up also this morning, though, was the Onslow County Schools Board of Education candidates, with 3 members running for re-election: Albert Garvey, Melissa Oakley, and Lewis Rogers, as well as 6 newcomers. A number of topics were discussed, such as school safety, decorum during the public meetings, and what children should be taught in our schools.
We wanted to stay on topic, things that are happening right now with our school system. I think that says a lot about Onslow County. People are passionate, and I think everyone that was sitting at the table today was there for the right reason.
Now, many of the candidates have children within the Onslow County school system or have served as an educator in the past. After a short break, the Onslow County Commissioner candidates were able to address their goals and concerns. There's a total of 10 candidates with 4 seats open and 3 running for re-election. Paul Buchanan, Robin Knapp, and Walter Scott. Now, many of the questions were surrounding growth in the county, partnering with different resources and agencies, and overall crime.
They get a very wide range of questions because, as you could see, these candidates came from all over different backgrounds and abilities, and so I was really proud to see that the range of questions that were asked today. It all was relevant.
The candidates range in backgrounds of military service, retired law enforcement, and previous government leadership. If you were unable to watch the forum today, it is available online, which will be linked over on our website at WNCT.com. With power in Washington at stake, candidates are expected to spend a record amount of money this year trying to win your vote. New data shows the battle for control of Congress is heating up here in North Carolina, with Republicans spending millions of dollars ahead of the primary. Since the General Assembly has redrawn the congressional districts, Republicans are in a position to flip 3 to 4 seats. That makes the primary crucial at most districts, as most districts will not be competitive in the fall. A new analysis finds Republican congressional candidates in North Carolina already have spent $3 million just this month.
And there's probably going to be some ramped up spending because this could be an election that decides whether Democrats or Republicans end up in control of the House of Representatives. In North Carolina, there's a little bit more of that.
Nationally, experts expect this year's election to set a new record, surpassing $10 billion in spending for the very first time.
Well, Well, on this Friday, January 6th, it looked and felt more like a springtime day of weather in eastern North Carolina. Almost felt like a summer day of weather from a humidity standpoint. And sometimes when you boost the temperatures too much, you increase the instability. And as we head deeper into the night tonight, there will be potential at least for a few isolated thunderstorms. I think we'll see better potential, though, as we head into Saturday and Sunday. We'll have a stronger disturbance moving in during that time frame. That's going to lead to a better potential for spotty showers, not a continuous rain this weekend. There will be some peaks of sunshine here or there, but anytime a thunderstorm can manage to get going, there will be the possibility of that storm becoming strong to severe. Gorgeous looking view on the live eye camera as we move into the sunset hour tonight, and you can see from north to south all throughout eastern North Carolina. We're still looking at quiet conditions in the short term. It's late tonight that we could see a few isolated thunderstorms rumble through. 77 currently, our dew point is 68. The air pressure is 30.03 inches. You can see we have mid-70s and even some 80s showing up for the late afternoon hours. Moving deeper into the evening, we'll continue to see our flow coming in right out of the southwest. Currently over in Asheville at 66, Clemson at 69, Columbia at 76, and Charleston, South Carolina at 71. On the wide view, even though it doesn't look like much now, there's another storm system beginning to well up to the south, and this one is going to track right on top of the North Carolina-Tennessee border as we head later into Saturday afternoon and evening. We're going to be on the warm sector of this system later Saturday. That's why we could see better coverage of thunderstorms and maybe even an isolated strong or severe cell in the mix. The chance of rain is going to continue through very early on Sunday morning, and then we'll see the activity clear offshore sometime later Sunday afternoon and evening. And then by next week, well, let's just say it's going to look more like late January or early February again. We're going to get back to more normal temperature patterns with sunshine and colder weather setting up. You can always track the latest details by downloading our free Storm Team 9 mobile weather app. For tonight, partly cloudy skies, maybe a patch or two of fog, and a slight chance of a shower or storm. Tomorrow, we'll call it variably cloudy. It is not going to rain all day. There'll be some periods of sunshine, enough to get us up to about 70. But if any thunderstorms do flare up, they will have the potential to be strong or severe, especially later tomorrow evening. Your beach and boating forecast: small craft advisory, seas averaging 4 to 6 feet for the ocean, 2 to 3 foot for the sounds, moderate chop for the lakes and rivers. That inland Storm Team 9 7-day forecast remains a bit unsettled through the first half of the day on Sunday, and then much colder, much drier air returning for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. It will look and feel more like late January or early February, which it absolutely did not do outside today. My goodness, what a warm and muggy day. You know, walking around, it almost felt summer-like.
It really did.
We had temperature readings in some cases in the low to mid-80s today, so near record territory.
Before coming into work, Jerry, just seeing that sunshine and feeling that heat, it did not feel like winter.
No, not at all. It was sticky out there today.
True ENC fashion, right? All right, Jerry, thank you. Well, listen, a traffic alert for those of you driving in Havelock. State Department of Transportation crews are closing one lane in each direction of US 70 to help with construction of the Havelock bypass. This will start Sunday and run through February 1st. That's Thursday. They will do it again next Sunday, February 4th, and it'll open back up on Thursday, February 8th. You will want to allow for extra time in this area during those closures. Greene County is celebrating the opening of a new public works building. The ribbon cutting happening this morning, and 9 on Your Side was there for it. The new facility cost around $1 million. It's located on Fire Tower Road between Walsenburg and Snow Hill near the county landfill and landfill offices.
This facility came in at just under $1 million. We're able to build a 7,500 square foot facility to house equipment for our growing water and sewer departments. We have noticed over the past few years that co-locating like departments and also the need for space for growth is vital to our growth.
The new space also features storage for equipment and additional administrative support offices. The Junior League of Greenville is hosting their 3rd annual Volunteer Expo at the Convention Center tomorrow. The team started setting up the event today as they anticipate up to 70 local community organizations seeking volunteers, board members, and special project assistants. The Junior League is a nonprofit that aims to advance women's leadership and impact throughout the community, and hosting the event is one of the ways they try to empower the entire community.
And so with this event, we're just aiming to connect nonprofit organizations around the county and in the Greenville area with people who are wanting to volunteer their services.
Now, the event starts at 9 Saturday morning and goes until 1 o'clock. The event is free for participating community organizations and members of the public. If you'd like to register, just head to our website at WNCT.com for more information. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We'll have more on your late news at 10 on the Eastern North Carolina CW and at 11 on WNCT 9 on your side.